Daniel Pring was an officer in the British Royal Navy. He is best known for the part he played in the War of 1812 between Britain and the United States. He was born near Honiton in Devon. He entered the Navy in 1800, and evidently took part in the abortive British invasions of the Rio de la Plata. As in 1807 he was appointed lieutenant and commander of the schooner HMS Paz, taken as a prize at Montevideo. His promotion to lieutenant was confirmed in 1808. In 1810, he married Anne, maiden name unknown. In 1811, he was serving aboard HMS Africa, the flagship of Vice Admiral Sir Herbert Sawyer, the commander-in-chief of the North American station based at Halifax, Nova Scotia. The following year, he transferred to HMS Santa Mingard, the flagship of Sawyer's successor, Vice Admiral Sir John Borlase Warren. He was one of 3 lieutenants detached by Warren to the naval establishment on the Great Lakes, with the acting rank of commander. The Admiralty, however, had independently appointed Captain Sir James Lucas Yeo as Commodore to command on the lakes. During the early part of 1813, Pring served as commander of HMS Wolf, which carried Yeo's broad pendant. Later in 1813, Pring was appointed to the naval establishment on Lake Champlain, based at Honiton in the Richelieu River. He was temporarily superseded by Commander Thomas Everard during several destructive raids against American outposts and depots on Lake Champlain. During the late summer of 1813, during the early months of 1814, Pring commanded gunboats which played a part in the Battle of La Colle Mills. In the spring of 1814, the Americans constructed a substantial flotilla on Lake Champlain, which outmatched Pring's force. In response, the British laid down the 5th-rate frigate HMS Confiance. This was a ship which required a post captain in command, so Pring was superseded by Captain George Downey. Pring took charge of the 16-gun brig Linnet. During the Battle of Plattsburgh, Pring anchored the Linnet across the head of the American line of battle and did great damage. But Downey was killed and the Confiance and 2 other British armed vessels were forced to surrender. Left isolated and unable to escape, Pring fought on until the Linnet was battered almost to the point of sinking. In his report, Pring paid tribute to the gallantry of Downey, and also to the care paid to the prisoners and wounded by his opponent, Master Commandant Thomas MacDonough. As was customary after any defeat, Pring faced a court-martial between 18 and the 21st of August 1815 aboard HMS Gladiator, but was exonerated and honorably commended. The next year, he was promoted post-captain. He briefly commanded the naval establishment on Lake Erie, but this was soon closed down. Pring then went on half-pay for 20 years, living at Iveton Pen near Honiton. In 1836, he returned to active service, in command of the frigate HMS Inconstant. From 1841 until 1843, he commanded the second-rate ship of the line HMS Thunderer. In 1845, he commanded the 76-gun ship of the line HMS Amalm, and was appointed Commodore on the Jamaica station. He died late in 1846 at Port Royal, Jamaica, possibly of yellow fever. He and his wife apparently left no children.